live. I am live. Hello again, friends. Sorry, I hit my arm somewhere, so it's kind of bleeding now. That's what I was checking. But I am back. Your printing girly is back. So let me just share on IG so more people can join. Give me a few minutes. We'll be doing 4 sprints of 40 minutes each. Okay. Hello. Okay, let me read through some of the comments for at least those who are here. But let me just share a story if I haven't yet. Okay, hold on. Sorry, it's been a while. Okay. Link. What is the link? Okay. I'll discuss what I'll be reading, but if you will be reading with me tonight, let me know what you're going to be reading. Or if you're not, let me know what you're going to be doing. So, again, if you're new here, my sprints aren't purely for reading. So, sometimes I use it to edit my videos, do other tasks, do work and stuff. So, you can do that as well. Okay. Now that is done. So I am alone today because I um haven't talked to the other Pam yet, as in this book belongs to Pam. Um I haven't talked to her yet on when we can do our joint sprints again because we were both traveling. So she went to Vietnam, I went to Japan for 9 days, and I got back just days ago. So it was really fun. It was really fun. Before I talk about that, let me check the comments. Hi, Elena. Elena was early. she she commented this before 6 p.m. Hi, Elena. Just got a new iPad yesterday. Last night, after I got my holiday drink, I got a grande gingerbread latte. It was so yummy and delicious. You have to try it. It's so good. You don't have to put sugar. Now, I haven't tried any Christmas drinks yet. I thinking about it now, it's been a while since I've tried a Christmas drink, even from Starbucks. When when I was back in college, I was so hell bent on getting their planners, so I was like an avid buyer, avid client of their Christmas drinks, which are the peppermint mocha and the other one. There weren't any, what do you call this? Pumpkin spice latte before, so it was a different drink. There were two. I forgot. Toffee nut latte, I think, if I remember correctly. But this sounds yummy. Gingerbread latte. To put sugar-free vanilla syrup, like maybe 2/3 of sugar-free vanilla syrup. Well, I do want my drink to not be super sweet, so I'm at that age where even when I'm having coffee, I ask them to not put any sugar or any sweetener in it. Unless, it's their signature drink, of course, I'm gonna have it in its original form. Elena is reading River Secrets by Shannon Hale. River Secrets. I have to see the cover if it looks familiar. Shannon Hale? Am I spelling that correctly? Ooh, wait. I haven't seen this yet. Oh, it's a pretty old one. It's a 2006 book, and it's the third book in the series. How are you liking it so far? Hello, hello. Welcome to the spread. Stop it. Welcome to the spreads, Alan. Hi, Carlo. Welcome back to the spreads. What will you be reading with me tonight? Alan is currently on page 108 of Babel and liking it very much. I approve. I approve of this choice. I love Babel. I was actually contemplating if I should read um Catabasis because it was supposed to be a book of the month for a book club that I'm a part of, but realistically, your girlie wasn't able to read much. Um, the tail end of October, really, because like I was getting ready to travel, so it wasn't realistic. But I did finish The Odds of Happily Ever After by Ange Miranda while I was on my way back here in the Philippines. So after I read that, because I was still on the plane, I started reading You Are Fatally Invited by Andy Pliego. I hope I'm not butchering that, but it's a locked room mystery wherein it's an exclusive thriller writers retreat. It's hosted on a private island, and one of the authors get murdered. So I'm like, okay, count me in. But I think I'll have to go back to the start because like Girly was experiencing like some turbulence. So I was like, I was not in the right mind when I started this. So I'm gonna read it again. So it was a choice between You Are Fatally Invited and Catabasis. So I was like, and even Hurricane Wars, because like I'm in the middle of Hurricane Wars, but I'm like, I don't think I'm in the fantasy mood. I think I'm in a thriller mood, thus Fatally Invited. Hi there, welcome to the Sprints. Is this your first time in the Sprints here on YouTube? Oh, Carlo is reading Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This has been on my TBR. Is this her new release or was that. Wait, was it Atmosphere? I think this is the new release. I think I'm thinking of a different book. Yeah, it's a 2025 release. Okay, how are you liking so far? I've only ever read Daisy Jones and Seven Husbands, and I just know I'm gonna love her other writings. Ooh, a classic. Anne of Green Gables is what Joy Z will be reading. Wait, I think I've seen you in our sprints. I will have to like recalibrate my brain because like it's been a few weeks since we've done our sprints. Hi Nor, welcome back to the sprints. Yes, also love Babel. Hello, Dave. Welcome to the sprints. So for the newcomers, um, when it comes to reading sprints, ideally we read some books, our own choice. It doesn't have to be the same one as what I'm reading, but you can do anything else. You can use me as a background noise, or you can do your other tasks, your what do you call this, your chores, etc. And I'll be doing a total of 4 sprints, 4 intervals. And per sprint, we will be doing 40 minutes each. So you have 40 minutes to do your own thing, to read your book. And then after the 40 minutes is done, we will be having 8 minutes of chatting. So you can tell me or tell the whole chat how your reading experience is going so far, what tasks you've done, etc. So basically, just a chatting session before heading to the next sprint. Loving it so much, I'll buy Catabasis next. Yes, and I want to recommend the deluxe edition, but maybe check which edition you're gonna buy because the US edition has some misprint on the deluxe edition. So maybe you can opt for the UK edition instead. Nor is reading The Cleaner by Paul Cleave. Cleaner. Am I assuming this is also a thriller? Paul Cleave? Is it? Is it? Is it? Let me check. Oh, it is. It does sound like it. How are you liking The Cleaner so far? And I'm seeing here that it's a series. I haven't heard of Paul Cleave even before. Okay, I'm gonna read through the comments and then we start with sprint number 1. I'm going to wait for the paper. Oh, okay. And then I'm definitely going to read it too. Is this for catabasis? So yeah, I haven't. Wait, have I seen the paperback? I think there is already a paperback version of catabasis because like I saw someone post it on Instagram. Okay, Fully Book does have the paperback versions, but I went to our province. Thankfully, National Bookstore here have Catabasis paperback. That's really quick. That's really quick. Dave hopes to finish another chapter of Baptism of Fire by. I am not going to attempt to pronounce the name of the author of the Witcher series. Am I assuming it's The Witcher? Correct, right? Because I have the. What do I have? I have like a Witcher book here, but I forgot which one is it. And I got it like years ago. I think it's Blood of Elves. I have Blood of Elves as in like a physical copy of it there. How are you loving the Witcher series? Nor just recently read the Malibu. Oh my god, I can't voice. Malibu Rising, Daisy Jones, and Carrie Soto. I definitely get the hype now. Carrie Soto is my favorite so far. I'll read Evelyn Hugo next. So far, Evelyn Hugo is still my favorite, but again, I've only read 2, Daisy Jones and Evelyn Hugo. Daisy Jones is also really good, and it's a different format from Evelyn Hugo because it makes use of interviews. And I listened to the audiobook, which was a whole other experience when you read Daisy Jones. And I highly recommend listening to the audiobook because it's a full cast of characters. Oh, Tina Joyce. Okay, hello, hello. That's why I was like, it looks so familiar. Like your profile picture looks so familiar here because I was like, I feel like I've seen this before. Okay, hello, Tita Joyce. And you are reading which one again? Anne of Green Gables. Yes, it's the Witcher series. I am so behind the show. Like ever since they announced it's no longer gonna be what's his name? Henry Cavill, because he was like a really good Witcher, as in like perfectly encapsulates The Witcher. Nor actually didn't know that it's a series beforehand. Only heard of it because a popular German thriller author said it's his favorite thriller. I'm still unsure about it. I'm about 100 pages in. Okay, I hope it picks up very soon because like 100 pages in a thriller is already like, okay, there needs to be something that's happening already to hook me in. I love to cry so much. After Babel, my next is going to be Song of Achilles. A fellow girly who loves pain, I guess. A fellow person who loves pain, I guess. Because like I haven't finished Song of Achilles, so we're seeing a pattern here. Like I love starting books, but not finishing them. As in, like it's not a reflection of like how good or bad the book is. It's just me. I'm a moody reader, and I love Safalski. I forgot to like Google how to translate this. How he surprises you with certain twists in loved fairy tales. Love that for you. I have yet to get into the Witcher series, as in like reading it. Oh my god. I just know this is going to break my heart because like I already know how it's going to end. And I was like three-fourths of the way through the Song of Achilles, and I just know it's hitting a part where it's gonna be like heartbreaking. And I just know it's gonna be heartbreaking, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. I only listened to the audiobooks for all the Taylor Jenkins Reid books so far. Okay. Okay, let's see the last comment. The Netflix series had some major changes, but the books were still better. But yeah, Henry Cavill is the best Witcher. Agree. Totally agree. Like, this isn't the shade towards the what's his name? The brother of Thor. The brother of Thor. I am blanking out right now. The one who played Gale in the Hunger Games. So this isn't the shade towards Gale actor, but I think it's just Henry Cavill was the perfect Witcher. I will binge read it. Okay, with that, let us start sprint number one. So this will be a total of 40 minutes. Again, I am reading You Are Fatally Invited, a locked room mystery thriller, and I'm going to start all over again with the book, and I'll see you again after 40 minutes, friends. Happy reading! Hello again, friends. That was 40 minutes. 40 minutes too quick, to be honest. Because, like, I only got to page 16 of the book. I was mildly distracted, as per usual, with sprint number one in any sprint that I am part of. So far, I am liking the mystery part of it. I am just being introduced to the characters for now, being introduced to the different authors who will be part of this writing retreat in this private, very private island. So, again, for those who just joined, I am reading You Are Fairly Invited by Andy Pliego. It's a locked room mystery where one author gets murdered, and it's set in this private island wherein different thriller mystery authors are gathered for a retreat hosted by this mysterious anonymous author who has remained anonymous for like 30 years throughout his whole writing career. So I am very curious. I am very interested. And one of them gets murdered. That's the key here. Okay, let me read through some of the comments. How is everyone's reading? Okay, Louis, hello. Ngayon na pala. Yeah, I just have some stuff to do tomorrow, so I didn't schedule some sprints for tomorrow and did it today instead. And I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to because we didn't have any Wi-Fi connection today, as in like earlier today, which came back around the time that I was able to set my sprints. Oh, there's another one? Is there a new one? This is like a celebrity edition again, I believe. I have been out of the loop, even though my friends are like in the loop of like the whole Pinoy Big Brother thing. Currently reading Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. I think I have it here. I have the hard copy there, which there, which I won from like um ML Wang's giveaway from years and years and years ago, as in like pre-pandemic. I won a signed hardback, and I still haven't read it. How far are you in with Gilded Ones? I believe this is a series, so two or three books are already out for the series. Alan is now on page 150 of Babel. Am I correct? Yes, you're the one reading Babel, if I remember correct. Oh, wait, no. Yes, Babel. Me who has like goldfish memory. Page 150. Page 74 of Atmosphere. Wait, I am curious if this is from just one perspective? Is this from one perspective of a character, or does it also feature like two or more POVs? It's Collab 2.0 this time. More of teens or young adults. Only two are of age 20. Those are pretty young. But yeah, I remember being so tuned in on Pinoy Big Brother as a teenager, actually. Tita Joyce has read 16 pages. Same. A bit distracted as well because my son's still awake. It's still pretty early on in the night, but I hope you get to read some more in the rest of the sprint. So we have three more sprints to go, all of which would have 40 minutes each. Lee Victor is someone I follow now before he entered. I see him in some big and he owns Bone Talk by Candy Garley. I have Tall Story, which I haven't read yet, and I know it's a middle grade book. And the author is also well known in the middle grade space. So it's good to know. It's good to know. And I have seen Bone Talk as well. Noor has read 20 pages in the last sprint. I'm still so unsure about this book. This is the Mr. Thriller one, right? Like the third book. Am I right? Atmosphere is dual POV so far. Okay, good to know. Hi, Eliza. It has been a while. How have you been doing? I hope your health in school has been well. Let me know what you're going to be reading as well. Joining this sprint. Reading Till Summer Do Us Part. So funny, fake dating book. So it's a romance book. Let me check the Till Summer Do Us Part. Till Summer Do Us Part. Okay. Till Summer Do Us Part. Is it by Megan Quinn? Is it the one by Megan Quinn? Okay. Forced proximity, fake dating. You got me at fake dating and forced proximity. I love how the tag is just there. It's a rom-com. It's very cute cover. The cover looks so cute. Like the pink palette. So cute. Okay. I hope you're liking it so far. How far are you in with the book? Yes, it's by Megan Quinn. It is. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I got what I wanted. I became buddy-buddy with my boss in an instant, but the cost will be hefty. Finding a husband by tomorrow. That is so cute. I hope you're liking it though. And I'm glad that it's a standalone, not a series. And it's a pretty rad book as well, but this is my first time hearing it. Oh, okay. So I was just checking the author's other books, and they're all romance, rom com. This is the one that caught my eye. So it has a really cute cover. 80% through, and I'm loving it. That's good to know. That's good to know. I will be on the lookout for this book. If you love it, I'm gonna add it to my TBR because I am one for like forced proximity romance. Like I love it. I love that trope. Okay, you know what? Let me add it to my TBR right now. Hold on. Oh, it's a new release. It's just this year. Okay. Eliza's cooking with this rom com. There's a lot of uncomfortable, sexist, homophobic, and ableist thoughts in there. But I'm not sure whether the author used it on purpose because you're reading from the POV of a serial killer. Okay. I understand where you're coming from. I think if it's handled correctly, wherein it elicits like disgust from you, but in a way that's reflective of your own beliefs, of your own morals, I think the author would have achieved his or her goal with this. Because like I remember reading Steve Kavanaugh's book wherein it's a lawyer. It's from like the perspective of a lawyer, but you also get a POV of the serial killer because like the lawyer is trying to catch the killer or something because apparently the serial killer is part of the jury. So like it was very interesting, and I think if I remember correctly, I didn't feel uncomfortable reading from the perspective of a serial killer. I think it's just a matter of like how the author executed it. Got one of my friends to read it. Okay, I did add it to my TBR, so that's one more friend you're getting to read it for. Okay, With that, our chat timer of 8 minutes is over. We are heading to our second sprint, and I will see you all again in 40. I hope I get to read more of this book. I am very intrigued. I am very interested. And again, I'll see you in 40, everyone. This is sprint number 2. Happy reading. Hello again, friends. That was sprint number two. That went by very quickly, as with all of the sprints. Like, I got to page 30, so it's still not as far as I wanted to be, but I haven't read in like weeks. So I think that's very predictable that I'm going to be reading a bit slow. But it's not as if I'm not interested in the book. There's still um a lot of the author setting the pace, setting who the characters are, who we're starting to not like, who has motives, who are these people, and it's my first time reading from this author. I'm not sure if Andy Pliego has written other thriller books, but I am liking the writing so far. It's multi POV, so it's not jarring per se because like you have the chapter names and then you have who we're going to read from in this coming chapter. And there's one particular character that I'm interested in because it seems like she has motives in terms of making this retreat happen. And I'm like, okay, what is going on? And at least two characters or three characters have secrets. And I'm just buzzing with like anticipation and like intrigue on like how all this will play out in the end, or how these will all play out in the central plot. So yeah, I digress, but I am liking You Are Fatally Invited so far. There's just there's just this one character that I cannot absolutely stand. Like, he's so conceited, he is so full of himself. He makes so much fun of this one author who I think obviously is very bitter about, because like that author um is much more famous than he is. So there's just that black actor that I really don't like. Anyway, I will go through the comments. Okay, yes, I'll continue reading it, but it really depends on how it's going to be solved. Understood. Sometimes it's really a make or break with thrillers, but so far I haven't I haven't DNF'd mm, thrillers so far with how much I've read throughout throughout my life. Because sometimes even if I'm not liking a thriller, I'm just gonna power through it, like almost like hate reading the book, because like I have already given so much of my time, of my energy starting this book, so why not just finish it? Hi, Vanna. Welcome back to the sprint. You will be reading King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. Yes, I have yet to continue reading Six of Crows, because like I finished the first book and I still have Crooked Kingdom here, which I borrowed from the other Pam, and I haven't gotten to it yet. And I know King of Scars, you have to read the duology first, because like there would be some characters from the duology who appears in King of Scars, or is it the original series? I forgot what it's called, but I've read the first book. I hope you're enjoying King of Scars though. Hello, my favorite Bea. I just got home from work and I am dead ass tired. Welcome back home. You need rest. It is a Saturday, and I hope you get to relax soon. Badly needed. Six of six. Oh my gosh. That's back to back. What do you call this? Shifts? Gosh. Page 121 out of 448 with Gilded Ones. Happy for you. Do you have a page goal tonight? Maybe hitting 160, 150, but glad you're making progress. Eliza finished a book and now continued A Song of Achilles. Good luck. How far are you in with A Song of Achilles? The book is just on my nightstand. It's been there since I've had that nightstand from last year, maybe, and I haven't touched it since. I'm just scared. I'm scared. Wait, actually, let me check. I think it was this year that I started. Yeah. It was this year, January 15, that I started reading The Song of Achilles, and I haven't touched it. Like, maybe sparsely, like when I'm feeling in the depressive mood or the need for pain, but I haven't finished it still. Noor has read King of Scars earlier this year. How do you like it, Bana? Noor has read another 20 pages during our last sprint, as in the second sprint. Love that for you. Noor is also super bad with DNFing books, even if I don't like them. Yeah, it's not entirely a bad thing to not be DNFing books, but it's also not a bad thing to DNF books. So you do you, basically. Sometimes it depends on the book. I have DNF'd maybe four or five, a total of 4 or 5 books in my entire life. And that's because I really, really can't go through them. So those are maybe the extremes. Like the only way I DNF a book is that like if I feel like a slump coming or like if I'm really hating it, like everything about it, the writing, the characters, the plot, everything. So it takes a lot for me to DNF a book. Hope to read as much as I can so that I can proceed with my next book in my November 2025 TBR. It's just November 8th, right? Okay, I haven't finished a book aside from Odds of Happily Ever After for November. And usually with you guys, how much books are in your TBR for the month? Or do you just play it by ear? Do you have a TBR list or you just or are you also a moody reader like me who isn't always sticking religiously to my TBR? Like as much as possible, I would try, but I am such a moody reader that I really can commit to a TBR. Like, I would just always be like, okay, what am I feeling today? What are the vibes that we're going for? Okay, King of Scars happens after the Six of Crows. Okay, I'm correct. Duology. And I'm only on chapter 2, so still feeling it out. So I'm assuming you've also read the duology, right? Oh my gosh, I really love Six of Crows, but I didn't immediately get into Crooked Kingdom, which is a bad decision. I should have done that. Louis does $4 per month, but knowing that PBB is back, Pinoy Big Brother, it's our local version of the Big Brother um, reality TV show. I might dive into some reading slump or funk, especially if it's related to Lee, the Victor. Is it Victor? The person you mentioned earlier. Understandable. Um, I feel that so much when I am getting obsessed with a piece of media that isn't books. So good luck. With the reading, we still have 2 more sprints to go anyway, which we are about to start with sprint number 3. So again, 40 minutes for this one. We'll have some chat after 40 minutes and happy reading. Hello again, friends. How was sprint number 3? That still went by fast for me because, like, I only got to page 53 of the book because I got to like page 30 last sprint, and I'm really liking it so far. It's still so intriguing, but I am getting to the part, or we're getting to the part where, aside from the motives of some characters showing, it's starting to be a bit more muddled in the sense that, yeah, there are characters with motives. Yeah, there are characters out for revenge, but I'm kind of overthinking it in a way that, am I thinking of the right person? Where who this other character wants to exact revenge towards, because like it's kind of getting obvious. So I'm like, okay, it may not be that obvious, but unless that's correct, then it's kind of plain and simple. But I don't know if like someone killed in the past, but they're also hinting that the crime right now is someone stealing someone's writing in the past and publishing it as their own. So there's that. But the other character is implying that there's a crime that they did. So, and it involves like a court case and stuff. So it's kind of muddled in a sense, but it's not throwing me off. It's actually making me want to keep on reading and making me want to listen to the audiobook because, again, it's multi POV. And for sure, if this were an audiobook, it's going to be like full cast, unless it's going to be read by just one person. So, yeah, again, that is You Are Fatally Invited by Andy Pliego. I'm really liking it. And actually, surprisingly, I am getting sleepy. So I'm gonna have to power through the next and last sprint. Because, like, when we were in Japan, we were just tired every day. And I don't think I have recovered from that trip because, like, it was just so tiring. We were walking around every day, every single day that we were there. So, anyway, I digress again. I will read through the comments. Nor says you should also read Shadow and Bone before King of Scars. Otherwise he'll get spoilers for this series too. Okay, so I have read Shadow and Bone, but I was not motivated enough, or I didn't like it enough to continue the series. That's why I was okay with getting into Six of Crows, even without reading the whole Shadow and Bone series. Because, like, I was like, what is going on with Shadow and Bone? I just didn't like it that much. I was like, what is the point of this book? But it did introduce me to the whole magic system before reading Six of Crows. So, what if I don't continue reading Shadow and Bone, as in the whole series? What kind of experience am I not getting, or am I missing when I get to King of Scars after reading Crooked Kingdom, assuming? Hi, Tita D. Welcome to the Sprints. You are reading Rob Champ's graphic novels Light and Lost. This is in preparation, I believe, for the release of Life, the new book from Rob Champ. And I have the opportunity to be given the PR kit for this as well. I just haven't opened it yet. I haven't even fully unpacked my bags, so I am just taking it day by day. This weekend, just trying to not pressure myself to be productive because like I just really want to rest and catch up on a lot of things that I missed while I was on my trip, work wise, personal wise. So yeah, Louis is at page 128 with Gilded Ones. Mine is kind of distracted and cluttered. That's totally okay. At least you still got to read some pages. First of all, yes, I want to, I need to. But honestly, I was still like, would find myself reminiscing the trip that happened and how fun it is, how fun it was to experience Tokyo. And yeah, I have just been looking at our photos and stuff, posting here and there of the things that I found funny. I love getting immersed in Ravka, Shadow and Bone. King of Scars I haven't read, but the characters there have backstories in the trilogy. Okay, but I really don't want to continue reading Shadow and Bone, so hopefully the experience won't be that far off if I do decide to read King of Scars. Heated Joys is 17 pages read for the third sprint, 60% of the book. Really enjoying the character of Anne, who is Anne from Green Gables. Is this for a book of the month, or are you really into classics? Like, I haven't read Anne of Green Gables at all, as much as I haven't dabbled much with the classics as much as I want to. Tita Tia has just unboxed Light. Yes, I haven't yet, but wait, is it Light or Life? Wait. Because there's Light and Lost, which are the first two books. Yes, I think Life is the new release. Noor says, I'm actually not sure, but I think Nikolai, one of the main characters in The King of Scars, is only introduced later in the Shadow and Bone series, but I'm not sure anymore in what book he has been introduced. This name is very familiar to me, so I feel like I have met Nikolai, like either in Six of Crows or Shadow and Bone. Or am I just mixing things up because people have talked about the books? I don't know. Joy says, hello, Mars D. Glad to see you here. Bana says, I'll get back to you when I finish King of Scars. I also didn't like Shadow and Bone series as much as Six of Crows. I already forgot a lot for both series and even mixed them up with the show. Did I watch the show? I don't remember. You know what? You're cooking here. Because like I feel like I'm also mixing up scenes in my head, but I don't think I've watched the series. I don't think so. But I read Six of Crows when they announced the release of the series. So I feel like I have a picture of the characters, the live action characters in my head when I was reading the book. So maybe that's why I'm mixing things up. Nor says I also enjoyed reading Shadow and Bone, but I know a lot of people don't like it. You know what? Subjective, a very subjective taste. Could also be a matter of timing or mood when reading it. Tita D says Six of Crows is my ultimate fave, and I wish for stories from each setting in the Grishaverse. Nikolai was from book 2. Ooh, okay. I think I didn't read, but the name why is the name Nikolai so familiar? Like, was he not mentioned in Shadow and Bone or Six of Crows? Or I feel like it's really because like people are talking about the books, and I know I didn't read book 2, right? Yeah, I didn't read Booktube. Okay. I had to check. Like, sorry, yes, Nikolai has a cameo in Six of Crows. Okay, that's why. Joy says book of the month of bookish moms is Anne of Green Gables. I am also not into classics. I am intimidated. Surprisingly, I am enjoying Anne of Green Gables. That's good. That's good. And I think it's so interesting to see book clubs still getting into classics, um, which I really want to get into. And it depends on like what classic, like what books they're gonna get into. Like I've yet to read like Wuthering Heights, which will have like another live action adaptation. It's just like the trailer is interesting. The trailer was very interesting and it got me wanting to read the book actually to see how it compares to like why is this why is the trailer kind of like I don't want to say sexualized, but like why is it kind of bordering the like sexy themes? So I was like, I want to compare. Yes, Nikolai is already king of Ravka when the events of Six of Crows took place. Okay, that validated my experience of like hearing the name, maybe. So maybe before getting into Crooked Kingdom, I need to reread Six of Crows because like I kind of forget the events of the book, but I know what the ending is. Like I know what happened in the ending, who took who, or what took who. So yeah, but I think I need to reread the whole thing. Anyway, off to our fourth and last sprint for tonight. Again, still gonna be 40 minutes, and we'll have some chat after the 40 minutes is up. And with that, I am going to continue reading You Are Fatally Invited, and I'll see you in 40, friends. Hello again, friends. How was the fourth and last sprint? Let me take a moment to just take note of a thought that I have while I was reading before the alarm chimed. Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to write that down or I will forget everything. Okay, so I got to page 70 something. Got to page 73 of the book. That's like 22% of the book. And I'm still liking it. So one character is already missing. And I honestly don't know where this is going to go. Like, who is the culprit? Who is the target? I don't know. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I feel like once I get ready for bed, I will continue reading it. That's how much I am so intrigued by it. And how is everyone else's reading? Thank you, Louis, for joining this friend. And you know what? Let me check very quickly if Andy Pliego has written other books before this. Because this is a new release this year. It was released last February. Okay, so he. Oh, it's a she. Okay, okay. Andy is she. Okay, so I think this is her debut novel because The Library After Dark, her other book, is set to be released in 2026. Okay, interesting, interesting. So it's a debut novel. Okay, okay. TD says I finished both volumes. Um, Light and what's it again? Um, Ugh, I keep forgetting. I lost, light and lost. Okay, okay, okay. And I love the illustrations. Story wise, I love Light much more. Dove Blind will likely reread and perhaps will appreciate the second book. Okay, I have yet to read Light and Lost. I have been meaning to buy the books during PBF and MIBF. I have been seeing them around for years. I just haven't gotten around to buy them. Um, and now that I have life, I'm even more motivated to read Light and Lost. And I love that you liked it. Love the illustration CD. I have seen a glimpse of the art of Rob Cham, and I know I'm gonna like it. Tita Joy says, I've read a total of 43 pages tonight. Thank you for tonight's sprint. That is good progress. And thank you for joining me tonight, Tita Joyce, even though it was a bit last minute that I set this up as well. Nor says, there was a massive plot twist. I'm really intrigued. Okay, okay. Do. Okay. Which one were you reading again, Nor? I am so sorry. Ah, The Cleaner by Paul Cleave. Okay, 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 okay. The thriller book. Okay, so I'm glad that it actually turned around because like we were worried about like you not liking the book enough to continue, but finally a plot twist happened. So are you going to continue reading it? Similarly, with how I'm going to continue, you are fatally invited after I get ready for bed. Unless I pass out though, because like I am just holding in my, what do you call this? My yawns. Like I badly want to yawn so much right now. That's how sleepy I am. Speaking of, so for the next set of sprints, I have yet to finalize this with the other Pam. This book belongs to Pam. But next week is either the 15th or the 16th. So I only did the sprints tonight on a Saturday because I have some stuff to do tomorrow that wouldn't render me available for doing sprints on a Sunday night. So, and I am going to announce it if we do have joint sprints. If we don't, I am still planning to do solo sprints next weekend. So I hope to see you all there. I hope to see you all here next week, or if that's going to happen on the other Pam's channel, see you there next week. I also have a link to my Instagram broadcast channel below. Aside from Instagram stories, I will be announcing um, upcoming live sprints there if I do have new content. Basically, my broadcast channel is serving as like my daily diary, whichever form of media I've consumed that day, whatever thoughts I'm having, whatever emotions I was feeling. That's where I'm going to try to be raw, basically. I was scared of like doing a broadcast channel because like for fear of like whoever is going to join, because like you can't kick people out of your broadcast channel. So there's that. And I tried to be active there almost daily when I started it, and it was days before my Japan trip. And unfortunately, I didn't have the energy to update my channel every day during the trip. So I was like, now I'm going to try to be active. Now I'm catching up on things. So yeah, it's linked down below. But if you don't want to join, no harm, like no feelings harmed. Totally okay. Announcements will still be on my Instagram stories though, and the other Pam's Instagram as well. There are my channel and my Instagram is linked down below. And with that, I am closing off the sprint while going through some of the comments. Hope you had a good rest tonight. Thank you so much. We'll sleep now. Need to catch up on sleep too. Agreed? Relate. Thanks so much for joining, Noor. Always a pleasure to have you here. And thank you as well, Bana. Good night, everyone. Happy that you now have a broadcast channel. Looking forward to the next sprint. Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining and see you on the next one. Bye.